Welcome to GH Soap Opera Today, your place for the latest drama, updates, and spoilers from General Hospital. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the action. Kate Mansi is no longer playing Kristina Corinthos-Davis on General Hospital, according to spoilers. General Hospital spoilers reveal Kate Mansi is leaving the ABC series after declining to renew her contract, leaving Kristina Corinthos-Davis' future uncertain. General Hospital spoilers signal the end of an era for one Port Charles favorite. Kate Mansi has left the ABC serial after electing not to renew her contract, according to Serial Opera Network. Kate has also verified via her Instagram story. Kate Mansi debuted as Kristina Corinthos-Davis on GH in 2023 and rapidly got involved in some of the show's most significant and heartbreaking episodes. Kristina remained at the center of the action, through explosive family feuds, heartache, and personal challenges. Fans are now wondering how the show will handle her departure and whether GH would choose to replace. What happens to Kristina now? Kristina's storyline has become increasingly chaotic in recent months, with emotional instability, dangerous choices, and growing tension within the Corinthos family. However, her storyline has also been winding down in recent weeks, as ABC has focused on other characters, such as her sister Molly Davis-Lansing. All of this has created much conjecture as to how General Hospital may decide to write the character off. Will Kristina leave Port Charles voluntarily, possibly with Ethan Lovett, or will she leave to find her previous girlfriend Blaze? Could she have a breakdown, get into legal problems, or disappear following another startling twist? When exits occur unexpectedly, soap lovers understand that everything is possible. Fans react to the shocking news. The news has already sparked significant emotions online, particularly among viewers who adored Mansi's portrayal of Kristina. When Mansi took over the role of Kristina from Lexi Ainsworth, GH fans immediately accepted and supported her. Some fans are devastated to witness another shakeup in the Corinthos family, while others wonder if the part will be recast in the future. Could Lexi Ainsworth return to GH? In any case, Kristina's impending departure could have long-term ramifications for Port Charles. General Hospital spoilers: Lethal Liesl's return could be deadly for Cullum. General Hospital spoilers and updates raise the question, isn't it time for Lethal Liesl Obrecht to return and give Ross Cullum the Peter August treatment? Longtime GH viewers will recall when she knocked Peter, alias Heinrich Faison, out, took him unconscious to a cabin, and tormented him. Cullum deserves some suffering. Cullum deserves some suffering, and who better to deal it out to him than Liesl, especially after discovering that he blackmailed Britt Westbourne with her medication. Britta would not be in danger if she had been honest with her mother and told her everything rather than attempting to shield her. Liesl could have finished the cold fusion research, but she'd most certainly sabotaged it so it couldn't be used. Not only that, but she may have reverse-engineered the Huntington's drug that has been preserving Britt's life all along. If Britt had informed her mother, she wouldn't be in this situation now. Liesl has never seen Cullum, that we know of. Liesl has never seen Cullum, as far as we know, but if she does, she may experience déjà vu. Ross Cullum shows a striking likeness to Caesar Faison at that age, and who knows, Liesl may be aware of his true identity and fear him. Just because no one has mentioned Caesar having a younger brother does not imply he doesn't exist, and Cullum could be Caesar's younger brother. He may have reared Cassius Faison, as Caesar did not nurture any of his children. He even sent Peter to a boarding school. Valentine Cassadine became a mentor after effectively raising him on his own, unaware that he was not Anna Devane's until years later. Cullum is also involved in faking Liesl's twin son's death, and he will not be around for long. Liesl may discover that he was also engaged in faking Liesl's twin's death, and she may be surprised to realize that Nathan West is truly dead, and Cullum forced Cassius to take over his life. Cullum won't be around for long. When Liesl gets hold of him, she'll knock him out and take him to the torture cabin as well, hopefully with his briefcase. In it, she will discover and reverse-engineer the medication required to keep her daughter alive. But first, she must exact her sentence on the dangerous double agent, who will be taken aback when he awakens bound to a bedspread eagled to see Cassius and Britt's mother. Then she'll reverse engineer Britta's medications and work on healing the rest of her family, which includes Cassius, Nina Reeves, and Willow Kane. General Hospital spoilers. Alexis and Ava's search for Delilah's NYC secrets puts them in serious danger. General Hospital teasers and updates tease Alexis Davis and Ava Jerome's travel to New York City to uncover some truths. But when they arrive in the Big Apple to discover Delilah Wilson's New York secrets, will they encounter peril instead? Ava recognized Delilah's tattoo and is familiar with the art galleries in New York. Ava learned about Delilah's past by recognizing her tattoo, if not her name, and is familiar with the art galleries that Delilah's luggage had brochures for. She had identified the tattoo as belonging to the well-known Japanese artist Kyoko, whose works are on exhibit at a Manhattan gallery. Alexis is now inviting Ava to accompany her on a trip to New York, where she will act as the art expert and provide invaluable assistance. They are set to begin at the gallery, which features Kyoko's artwork. Following that, if necessary, they will likely tour other art galleries. Delilah was running from someone when she arrived in Port Charles, and Ethan Lovett was meant to meet her, but he arrived too late. He clearly suspected that her death was caused by more than just birth problems with baby Phoebe Wilson. Not to mention that when Brooklyn Quartermaine Chase and Harrison Chase discovered her on the boardwalk, she was lying on the ground not because she was in labor. Her labor began on the way to the hospital, and Brooklyn joined her there. The evidence in her suitcase suggested that she had traveled from New York City to Port Charles, and if the person who threatened her had followed her, it stands to reason that they would have returned. Alexis and Ava may be in danger when they begin asking questions about Delilah. It stands to reason that it could be someone associated in the New York City art scene, possibly at the gallery they visit initially. Delilah was most likely fleeing a man who may have been an abusive ex, a human trafficker, an art thief, or perhaps an artist. It's highly likely that if this individual has anything else to hide, they won't like Alexis and Ava asking so many probing questions. If this person threatens the couple while on their trip to New York, Ava may find herself channeling her inner mob stress, something she hasn't done in years. It's likely that the name Jerome still has a lot of clout in some places, and Alexis might even call herself Julian Jerome's widow if it helps them go back to safety. General Hospital spoilers. Valentine is torn between Carly and Anna. Who has his heart? General Hospital spoilers and updates raise the question of who really holds Valentine Cassidy's heart, Carly Spencer or Anna Devane. Carly and Valentine argued about this very issue when Valentine insisted on flying to France to rescue Anna, and Carly told him to get his priorities straight. If you can't be with the one you love, why not love the person you're with? An old song advises, if you can't be with the one you love, you should love the one you're with, which appears to be the polar opposite of commitment. That appears to be what Valentine is doing. While he is not intentionally attempting to exploit Carly, it is clear that he cares about her and her family. He hasn't known Carly as long as he has known Anna. They met at WSB espionage school 40 years ago under the name Ivan Theodore. Valentine loved Anna for years, but mostly from afar, through her relationships with Robert Scorpio, Duke Lavery, and David Hayward. That was the only reason he cared for and mentored Peter August before it was revealed that he was Anna's twin, Alexandra Marix. Anna couldn't live with herself after accidentally shooting Charlotte Cassadine, which is what ended her and Valentine's romance. That demonstrates how great Valentine's love was and continues to be for Anna, because no one can come between father and daughter. Valentine, on the other hand, burst into tears when he told Carly that Ross Cullum had broken Anna and that he needed to get her out of France's lunatic prison. While Valentine cares for Carly and is concerned about Jocelyn Jacks, he believes Jack Brennan hit her for her own safety. Carly does not. It's obvious Anna is the one who has Valentine's heart. It's clear that Anna has Valentine's heart, and she's had it for years, even before they finally got together, regardless of who he was associated with along the way. Will Valentine be able to find Anna and break her free, or should he first take out Cullum? A number of Port Charles sites want to get rid of Cullum and Jen Sidwell, and they probably won't be around long. It would be better and safer for Anna if the problems were resolved, and she was rescued and led back to Port Charles. What do you think? Is Anna the one who genuinely has Valentine's heart, or does Carly stand a chance? Kelly Thiebaud from GH explains why Britt is willing to sacrifice herself for Rocco. According to Kelly Thiebaud, Britt believes that leaving Port Charles is the only way to safeguard the people she cares about. Britt has spent weeks watching her life on General Hospital unravel from every angle at once. Rocco covertly shot Cullum in an attempt to protect her and Jason. Jason took the fall and disappeared into WSB custody. And now Cullum is perilously close to determining who actually pulled the trigger. With the walls closing in and her Huntington's disease looming over everything, Britt concluded that leaving Port Charles may be the only way to protect Rocco. Kelly Thiebaud recently explained why Britt is willing to sacrifice herself to keep the teenager safe. Key takeaways: Kelly Thiebaud stated that Britt feels trapped as Cullum gets closer to discovering that Rocco shot him. She claims Britt is blamed and misunderstood by almost everyone in Port Charles. Britt wants to protect Rocco at any cost, including her own life. Britt's Huntington's disease may deteriorate if she leaves Port Charles without her medication. Thiebaud claims Britt feels alone and that people would be better off without her. Britt feels like everything is closing in, Thiebaud told Soap Opera Digest. It just feels like everything is closing in on her. Britt is aware that Cullum is coming closer to the truth about Rocco, and her anxiety has filled her thoughts. Cullum is getting too close to figuring out it's Rocco, Thiebaud said, adding that if anything happened to him, Britt would totally feel like it's her fault. Britt's guilt only grows because she believes no one in Port Charles truly understands her side of the story. Dante has already chastised her for hiding what happened, and Britt is aware that many people blame her for Rocco's tragedy in the first place. People don't really give Britt the benefit of the doubt, and she deals with a lot of hate, Thiebaud admitted, adding that she is sometimes misinterpreted. Despite the pandemonium, Britt's care for Rocco is entirely genuine. Thiebaud emphasized that Britt wants to do whatever she can to protect him and get him out of this situation, which just adds to the sadness because Britt increasingly appears to be ready to depart so that everyone else may breathe easier without her. Britt thinks leaving may be the only answer. The most terrible aspect of Britt's escape plan is that leaving Port Charles may easily result in death. Cullum has control over the medication that keeps Britt's Huntington's disease stable, and she understands what walking away from that entails. What makes it extra worse is that Thiebaud does not play Britt as someone drowning in self-pity. Instead, Britt seems emotionally tired and isolated after months of being blamed, mistrusted, and cornered. Thiebaud explained that Britt still has people she loves, but she doesn't really feel like she has anyone in town that she can count on. That mindset pushed Britt to believe it's better for me to just go away because I'm the problem here. Thiebaud even teased that Britt's escape attempt will hit more complications ahead, joking, "She can't catch a break, that's for sure." Honestly, at this stage, Britt's life has started resembling one long emergency alert. With Laura Wright from GH explains why Carly is frustrated by Valentine's loyalty to Anna. Laura Wright acknowledged Anna and Valentine's emotional bond. Carly has dealt with mob warfare, kidnappings, and enough emotionally unstable guys to qualify for hazard pay, but Valentine on General Hospital may now be putting her patience to the test in unexpected ways. Just as their romance was taking off, Valentine announced his intention to fly to France and break Anna out of a maximum security psychiatric clinic. Laura Wright now discusses Carly's dissatisfaction and why Anna continues to hover over this relationship even from another continent. Laura Wright stated that Carly is frustrated by Valentine's intention to rescue Anna. Carly wonders if Valentine is still in love with Anna. Valentine's emotional tie to Anna continues to influence his relationship with Carly. Wright indicated that Carly and Valentine's conflict over Anna would be addressed emotionally. Despite her absence from screen time, Anna continues to rule the relationship. Carly knows Anna is still between them. Wright spoke with Soap Opera Digest about Valentine's desire to rescue Anna, and it was evident that Carly was not delighted with the notion. When he says, "I'm going to France to help Anna," Carly goes, "Are you freaking kidding me right now?" Wright laughed. She says, "But what about me? How about our situation?" which is an entirely understandable reaction when your fugitive boyfriend abruptly declares that he is leaving the nation to save his ex from a psychiatric prison. The trouble for Carly is that Anna never emotionally ended the relationship. Valentine continues to phone France for updates. He continues to worry about what happened to her. Carly had watched him carry that shame and attachment throughout their relationship, even when they were sneaking around her house playing hide the international fugitive in the attic. That tension erupted during the May 20th episode, when Carly accused Valentine of still being in love with Anna. Before he could respond, Charlotte and Danny stormed in with the Windermere news. However, Wright acknowledged that the problem did not go away. She teased that the question comes back around and does get completely addressed, very emotionally. Anna's presence still drives the story. What makes the entire triangle fascinating is that Anna is barely even involved in the day-to-day story right now, but she still dominates the emotional atmosphere around Valentine. Wright seemed thrilled with how successfully the show pulled it off. She was amused by the concept of a love triangle without Anna present. Wright also praised Hughes and the history between Anna and Valentine with making the dynamic so effective. She attributed it all to Hughes' star power, claiming that it transfers into the characters being able to have an emotional love triangle without her even being on the canvas. And, truthfully, Carly understands she is competing with something far bigger than chemistry. Valentine isn't simply guilty about Anna. He still feels responsible for her. When he discovered she had been relocated during another escape attempt, his priorities altered immediately. Carly witnessed it in real time. One minute, they were attempting to figure out how to stop the bad guys. Valentine then prepared to sprint throughout Europe. Will Britt tell Sidwell the full truth? Britt may decide that Sidwell has to hear the complete story of Marco's death. Sharing this information is perilous, but it may be the only way to end Cullum's reign. Sidwell has the resources and incentive to intervene, but Britt's actions are uncontrollable once he discovers the truth. Her aim is that exposing Cullum's crimes will eliminate the immediate threat to Danny, Charlotte, and even Lucas. This revelation could be the game-changer she's been looking for. By informing Sidwell, Britt may provoke a confrontation with Cullum. Her strategy may neutralize him, but it could also backfire in terrible ways. Britt is aware that Port Charles has never given clear justice, and she is concerned that the consequences will directly affect her. She is sacrificing her safety for the greater good, jeopardizing her medication and well-being. Fans are on edge, wondering whether Britt's decision would save lives or put her in danger. General Hospital spoilers. Britt's risky gamble may backfire even as she prepares to act. Britt faces significant personal risk. Sidwell's vengeance could come in unforeseen forms, trapping Britt between two dangerous forces. Cullum may fall, but Britt might become a target in his absence. Her dependency on medication exposes her to additional risk. Britt's bravery may save others, but it may also endanger her own life. The tension in Port Charles continues to grow as Britt considers every option. Britt understands that one wrong step could lead to bloodshed or catastrophe. The stakes are higher than ever, with many lives on the line. Every secret she possesses is a possible weapon and threat. Her gamble could have far-reaching consequences for those she is attempting to help. Stopping Cullum may appear to be the only answer, but it could lead to even more turmoil. Sidwell's action may kill Cullum, but Britt may not escape the consequences. She could be caught in the crossfire, at risk from both supporters and adversaries. The consequences of one daring decision may affect more people than Britt thinks. As Britt's plan comes to fruition, Port Charles may experience another wave of drama. Britt's narrative is far from over, even if Cullum has been taken from the picture. Secrets rarely stay buried, and fresh issues can develop at any time. Sidwell's actions may safeguard some, but they could endanger Britt. The distinction between justice and survival is razor-thin in Port Charles. Fans will be watching attentively to see if Britt's risk pays off or leads to additional tragedy. Thanks for watching GH Soap Opera today. For more General Hospital updates and spoilers, like, comment, subscribe, and press the bell icon. See you next time.